Hello and welcome. I'd like to start off today by sharing the definition of biological medicine with you. It says three things. If you can bring about shifting a person's pH, making it slightly alkaline. 2, reducing oxidation in the body. And 3, getting minerals to the cells on a cellular level, the body can heal itself of anything. Now that's a strong statement by Dr. Thomas Rao, godfather of biological medicine. Behind me here is the pH chart. It's on a scale from 0 to 14. 7 is in the middle, it's absolutely neutral. Anything below 7 is acidic. Anything above 7 is alkaline. If your body is in an acidic state, if your body's pH is at a 4 or a 6, well, you're sick. That's when disease occurs. If your body is in an alkaline state, from a 7, 8, or 9, you're a healthy person. In 1931, there was a gentleman by the name of Dr. Otto Warburg. He found the cause of disease and cancer. He found that disease and cancer can only live in an acidic, oxygen-deprived tissue. On the flip side of that, he also found that no disease, including cancer, can live in an oxygen-rich, alkaline body. For those findings, he was awarded the Nobel Prize. So therefore, your body is 75% water. It makes a huge difference if you're operating on Kangen water or if you're loaded with 75% acid water. You might ask, well, what is Kangen water? Well, the word Kangen means return to origin. Well, let's talk about our origin. It's basically when you're born. When you're born, you're slightly alkaline. As a matter of fact, before you're born and you're still in the womb, you're slightly alkaline. It's by design. The baby must remain alkaline. It's going to rip alkalinity from the mother's body, whether she has it to give up or not, leaving her with morning sickness. Any pregnant women that are experiencing morning sickness and start drinking Kangen water no longer have morning sickness because they have enough alkalinity in their body for them and the baby. Also, when we talk about pH in the body, essentially we are also talking about voltage in the body. Here, if we look back at the pH chart, 7 is in the middle, which is neutral. Anything below 7 we know is acidic, but it also has a positive charge. On the flip side here, anything above 7 gets more alkaline, and anything above 7 has a negative charge. Well, why is that important? It's important because our bodies work off of a negative charge. Our bodies work off voltage. Our bodies work off and resonate at a frequency. Every organ in your body is resonating at a specific frequency in order to be healthy, and it's all resonating at a negative charge. Well, what does this mean? It's not until you allow your body to come into an acidic state to where you are positively charged and your voltage is low that disease and cancer occurs. Because when your voltage is low, it is too low to fight disease and sickness. At the same regard, when you raise your pH, you're also raising the voltage in your body, giving it a negative charge. That's where cancer and disease dies. Cancer cannot live in an alkaline-rich body. So when people make the statement, I need to boost my immune system, what they're really saying is they need to boost their voltage. When you go to bed at night and you plug in your cell phone to make sure it's charged for the morning, you don't then plug an extension cord into your body. Well, our bodies are electric, okay? We work off electrons, a negative charge. Some people can understand it as antioxidants. Here's a book right here entitled Voltage is Healing. Okay? Here's another book called Killing Cancer, Not People. Here's another book entitled Confessions of a Skeptical Physician. Here's another book, Dr. Hiromi Shinra. These books right here and many, many more, every single one of these authors all talk about fighting free radicals. All of them are talking about free radical damage in the body and combating that. So let's wrap our minds around that. What are we really talking about? I like to use this analogy. If you had a metal roof on your house and right over your kitchen or your living room, a big rust spot was rusting out. Before it just completely rusted through and started raining right into your kitchen or your living room, you would probably do something to stop that rust or to stop that oxidation. Okay? Well, when we're talking about oxidation within the human body, how would you combat that? You combat oxidation in the body with antioxidants. So what are antioxidants? Well, we know that it's combating free radicals in the body. But if you look at this chart right here, we can see that anything over here that has a negative number qualifies as an antioxidant. Blueberries come in at a negative 80. Vitamin C is at a negative 50. Green tea is a negative 100. We got Kangen water over here up to negative 745. I've seen it go up to negative 850. So people say all the time, well, I get all my antioxidants through my diet. Well, you can't eat only antioxidants and then drink positively charged water. As you can see over here, all of these beverages here have a positive charge. When you have a positive charge that enters your body, it speeds up oxidation in the body, speeds up aging. It drops and lowers your voltage, and it drops and lowers your body's pH, rendering it helpless to fight and combat disease. So here in front of me, we've got a few beverages. I could have lined up beverages all the way across the wall here and tested beverages all day long. But I've just grabbed a few here that most people can recognize. You might drink one of these beverages right now. So I'm going to pour a little bit of each one of these in here, and we're going to test these products to see if they're any good for you or not. Well, of course, you don't probably have to listen to this hydration seminar to understand that soda pop isn't any good for you. I think most people have the common knowledge that pop isn't any good for them. But people all the time try to make a conscious effort to get more healthy, and then they'll switch to drinking water because it's the better choice. One thing they don't know is the water that they're turning to is absolutely acidic. So right here I have a little device that you can get. It's called an ORP meter. ORP, what does that stand for? Oxidation Reduction Potential. So let me turn this thing on here and put it in our pop. Now all we're doing is looking for a negative number. Okay, if it doesn't have a negative symbol, that means it's positively charged. This soda right here is coming in at, it's going up almost positive. Right now we're at 390 going up to 400. So let's go ahead and put it in our Propel. That's supposed to be absolutely good for you from the marketing, because on the front of the bottle it says replenish, energize, vitamins, and protect. But the one word that it does have on here, it says antioxidants. Well, if it has an antioxidant value to it at all, I should have a negative number right here. What do I have? Positive 383. So at this registers in millivolts. Every organ in your body registers in millivolts, and your immune system and your entire body works off a negative charge. This is positively charged at 380. So 380 per every second it enters your body when you take a sip. It's ripping electrons off of your body, allowing the positively charged free radicals to take over and run rampant. We're trying to combat oxidation. We're trying to combat and we're trying to neutralize these free radicals. Here's Aquafina. We'll throw it in this guy. And that's positively charged at 389, 390 going up. This Dasani over here, it also has a positive charge. This one's 400. Let's go over here to our Kroger drinking water. it also has a positive charge of around 400. Let me pour some tap water in here and test it. Throw it in our tap water here, which is full of chemicals and lye. We'll talk about that in a moment. It has a positive charge of almost 500. So for the star of the show here, we have our Kangen water. Let's take our ORP meter and stick it in here. And you can see it slams down to the first negative number that we've gotten all day. And right now it's coming in at a negative 600 and climbing. Like I said, I've seen it go up to negative 850. So there's an absolute huge difference between these beverages. Every single one of these are positively charged. Our Kangen water is the only one that had a negative charge, which equates to an antioxidant. Okay? Well, how important is that? It's super important. One thing that I mentioned earlier is that voltage is healing. Now I want to refer back to this pH chart, and I want you to understand that anywhere across this pH chart equates to a certain frequency and voltage. Now remember, everything below 7 is positively charged. Everything above 7 is negatively charged. So if your body just comes down to a 6.48, that also equates to a positive charge of 30. Okay? Well, we just measured these beverages. You're going to quit drinking pop and you're going to start drinking bottled water. Well, all these bottled waters were a positive 400. Cancer cells turn on at positive 30. So if you're drinking water that has a positive charge of 400, every single one of them is an absolute cancer enhancer. Big time. So, on the other hand, when you're drinking water that's alkaline with a negative charge, disease and sickness can no longer live in the body. The immune system is strong enough to combat sickness and disease, and you'll live a long, healthy life. When you get your pH from a 6 to a 6 all the way up to a 7.8, that equates to a negative 50 charge in the body, and that's when your body makes new cells. Your body cannot make new cells until it gets to at least a negative 50 frequency or voltage in the body. Right here I have some pH drops. You can get these anywhere to test your swimming pool, or it can test your fish tank. These are just pH drops. It's looking for potential hydrogen. That's what pH stands for. I'm going to put a few drops in all these beverages here, and it's going to turn a color. And behind me, on the pH chart, is also a color-coded deal here. So the pH charts right here, and these colors matter in conjunction with the drops that I just put into these. So you can see right here that by drinking soda, it's pretty much equivalent to battery acid. It's that acidic. You can never rid of acidic waste in your body by dumping in more acid. So over here is our tap water. Well, you can see this guy comes out blue. Comes out like it's slightly alkaline, as though it's healthy. Right now, there's a lot of people saying, I told you, the tap water is better. Well, when we put the ORP meter in these, you can see the tap water had the highest positive charge. It was almost positive 500. So therefore, it's super acidic, speeding up oxidation of the body. Well, why is it blue? Why is it coming out slightly alkaline? I'll tell you why. All of the chemicals that they put into our municipal water, mainly being lye, that synthetically and chemically makes it alkaline. So therefore it will not rust out the city pipes, but it's synthetically done. They're not worried about our pipes though, okay? Here's our Kangen water over here, the star of the show. Let me go ahead and put some drops in this guy. And as you can see, it's highly, highly alkaline. Okay? So if your body is 75% full of acid water, and you decide to make a change in your life, and you just changed your water, and you dump out the acid water and start drinking alkaline water, I'm going to tell you right now, your body will respond to that and absolutely operate completely different than it is now. Your body was designed to work on a negative charge. Kangen water has a huge negative charge to it. We say if you change your water, you can change your life. Let's just say that your entire body is 75% full of acid, so you're going to start drinking Kangen water. Watch the change, how you can change the state of your body just by changing your water. The entire state of your body you can change by changing your water here. So let's go to the Propel. Kangen water wouldn't even change it. Let's go to the Sprite. Kangen water wouldn't even change it. That's how acidic they are. For these two beverages right here, I'd have to pour it all the way to the ceiling just for it to counteract and counterbalance that right there. That's how acidic the pops are and the sports drinks are. You just got to get them out of your life and never drink them again. Okay, so this is diluted with Kangen water. And you've been doing well, you've been drinking Kangen water, but you go to a picnic and all they have was soda, so you're going to splurge and have one. Let's take this diluted soda with Kangen water and just have a sip. Just that quick, you're going to slam your body back into a state of acidosis. That's when your body's going to break down. Here is my high Kangen water. Let's see if it can even combat such a thing. Even my Kangen water cannot stand up to the acid, the battery acid that's in pops. So it's super important for you to understand how the human body works. Most people don't understand that your body works off electrons, a negative charge. All of these beverages are cancer enhancers. You need something to combat the free radical damage that's been doing to your body every day. You get hit with millions of free radicals, and you've got to neutralize those. There's no better way than by drinking high ionized alkaline water. Well, when I started this today, I mentioned the definition of biological medicine, and it said three things. Shifting a person's pH from acidic to making it alkaline is number one. Number two is reducing oxidation in the body. And number three is getting minerals to the cells on the cellular level. Well, Kangen water promotes all three of those. It's high alkaline, so if you're going to definitely change your body's pH and make it alkaline. It's got a negative charge, high antioxidant negative charge, which absolutely reduces oxidation in the body. And number three, getting minerals to the cells on a cellular level. That's the third thing I want to show you about this water. And the way I like to demonstrate this is simply just with a tea bag. This is green tea. Well, in order to make tea, we know that you have to boil water. You can't just take cold water and pour on a tea bag because it's not going to make tea unless you boil it, heat it up, or set it in the sun all day long. It's just not going to penetrate the tea bag. But with the exact same source water over here, I'm going to pour Kangen water on it. And you can see that it blasts and makes tea on contact immediately. So that, my friends, is how it's going to penetrate your body on a cellular level. Most sports players don't like to drink water because they get waterlogged. As a matter of fact, your body can only absorb 17%, usually around 17% of the water that you drink. It's too large for you to receive on a cellular level, making you feel bloated and just sitting there until you use the restroom. Well, our water is microclustered, okay? When you put it under a microscope, it is considerably smaller. It's going to penetrate you. you're going to actually receive, and your body is going to absorb 100% of Kangen water versus just 17%. And when you do absorb 100% of Kangen water, it's loaded with oxygen, minerals, antioxidants, bringing the body back into balance. So you say, well, that tea bag was wet. Well, let me show you right here. I'm going to take this tea bag, and I'm just going to put a couple drops in each one of these. Here, there's a drop here and a drop here. Now I'm going to take some tap water and pour in those drops, which does nothing. And then we're going to take our Kangen water that's microclustered, okay? I'm going to show you how it can penetrate. Just a few drops there penetrated it and still made tea. That's how it's going to penetrate your body on a molecular level, okay? It can get into your body on a cellular level, as where most water cannot. That's the third property of this water that's going to change your life. There is no better way or cheaper way that you can keep your health. Your body is going to come back into balance. However your body's out of balance, by drinking this water, your body comes back into balance, getting relief from whatever physical conditions that you're experiencing right now where you are out of balance.
Now that you've learned the health benefits of Kangen water, I get the exciting part to share with you, and that's what happens in the kitchen when you have the opportunity to incorporate Kangen water into your food. So what I'm going to show you first is what we always do when we come home, well, should do when we come home from the store, is I have some Nature Sweet cherry tomatoes here. So what we're going to do is put half in one container here and half in another. And I just want to show you what happens when you begin to use Kangen water to clean all your fruits and vegetables. So we'll take some tap water, because when we come home to wash our lettuce or our fruits and vegetables, we'll put some tap water on it. And now we'll use some 11.5 high alkaline Kangen water. And just so you know, this is not a trick. This is 11.5 Kangen water. So you can drink it. It's full of oxygen. So I'm going to show you what's happening right here with these tomatoes. To give you an example, what I'm going to do is take some sesame seed oil, and the reason I use this is because it's dark so you can see it better. And I'm going to put a little bit of sesame seed oil in each one of these cups. And we'll take tap water and sit here, and you can see that we know that oil and water don't mix. So now we'll take the 11.5 high alkaline Kangen water, and you can see that water literally emulsified that oil. So what that means to us is that now for the first time we have a water that can literally bust through oil. And I'll show you what happens when we clean our fruits and vegetables. So here's just an example of our cherry tomatoes, and we call these regular tap water tomatoes. And now we'll show you we call these Kangen tomatoes. So put this in here. Oops. So now what we can show you is all our fruits and vegetables have herbicides and pesticides on them that are all oil-based. So we bring our fruits and vegetables home, and we wash them, we think we're washing them, we think we're getting them clean in our tap water, but in reality, we were hard to get any of the pesticides and herbicides off our tomatoes. But now we literally have a strong 11.5 Kangen water that can clean our fruits and vegetables greater than ever before. So we have a water that not only clean our fruits and vegetables, but because it emulsifies oil, we can clean the tops of our stoves, we can clean our floors, we can go completely chemically free in our household. We're going to show you how powerful our filter is that's in our SD501 ionizer. What I've got is some tap water here from my municipal source water and some Kangen water. Now both of these waters are from the same kitchen faucet. It's just Kangen has been run through the SD501 and tap water straight out of the faucet. So what I have are chlorine drops, and can show you that both same drops, and we can see how our municipal water is full of chlorine. And this is the same municipal water, but run through the SD501. You can see how powerful our filter is in our unit to clean out the chlorine, the lye, and the contaminants in our source water. So many times we think, okay, we're going to be more conscious of drinking a better water, but we go to the faucet, we turn on our faucet, and we decide that we're going to get a pot of boiling water to make some mashed potatoes or our pasta or rice. So what I'm going to do is just make a few slices of this potato and put in this, our tap water, municipal water, and we'll show you what happens here. Okay, now we'll take our potato and the water there, and now I ask you, what happened to all the chlorine that was in this water? We'll take the chlorine drops, we'll put it in here, and we'll see if there's any chlorine left. All chlorine is gone out of that water. So what's happening is all our food is absorbing the chlorine that's in our municipal water. So when you start cooking with Kangen water, not only are you cleaning your fruits and vegetables like you never had before, but then furthermore, when you cook with Kangen water, you're starting with a clean base source of Kangen water that is so pure that your food tastes 100% better because all our food absorbs the chlorine that's in our municipal water. The other water that the unit makes is a 2.5. The 2.5 is a strong acidic water. This water is used to disinfect in all the hospitals in Japan. That kills Salmonella, H1N1, E. coli, and MRSA within 30 seconds it hits it. You can disinfect your cutting boards. You can disinfect in the bathrooms, cleans your tiles and mold in your bathrooms. This 2.5 is an amazing water that literally can be used topically on your skin for psoriasis or eczema, and then literally disinfect in your home. The other water that the unit makes is a beauty water. Now that we call it a beauty water, it literally is a 5.5, 6.0 pH acidic water. And that pH water is likened to a freshener or a toner that you would purchase at the store for $20 to $40 that you put on your face to tighten and tone and really soften the skin. The beauty water literally can be used topically on your skin, or it can be used as a conditioner to soften and really soften and condition the hair. And then also the beauty water far supersedes any Windex that you would purchase to wash your windows, flat screen TVs, mirrors. Absolutely no streaking when you use the beauty water for your mirrors. So those are the cleaning properties of the water that you can completely go chemically free in your household by using all these different types of pH water that our one unit makes. This particular unit is the most popular unit that Enagic makes. We have this SD501 that is a licensed medical device in Japan. We have a platinum SD501 that's just the exact same machine. It's just platinum, which really matches well with stainless steel appliances. Then we have a complete under-the-counter unit for those who just want this LCD panel right at their fingertips, and the whole unit goes underneath the counter. Then we have commercial units. So there's several different options of this SD501 available to us. Now, this particular unit, this is our flagship unit. This one is $3,980. One-time, lifetime investment. This particular unit, you can now go out to your kitchen sink and you can dial up whatever product that you need to clean your home with. So you're not going to the grocery to purchase chemical products any longer. You have one unit that pays for itself over and over again, as well as pays for itself in your health, and literally change your water, change your life.